So it's added now. So how it is added? System is backend. Your SAP system got up and running. Means your HANA system is up and running here with ECQ ADM. At least index server is up and running. So that is the reason you see you are able to connect to the HANA Studio. You are able to connect to the HANA Studio from HANA Studio. So it is opening. From here, you can do the all the administration activities. We can perform it here. Here we can perform the administration activities here, right? So once you added here, once you added here, once you added to the this databases and everything here, so what we have to do, we need to check the system performance and health checks here. So here the first one overview tab here in the HANA Studio. Here we can check the status of the our database here, whether all the services are up and running. Yes, status of the our when was the last restart happened, 11th. What is the database version? What is the OS version? What is the kernel version? OS kernel version? What is the status of the memory? HANA used memory. How much memory HANA is using currently? What is the resident memory? Sorry. What is the current resident memory it is using correctly, and HANA used memory, current CPU utilization, and the data value, slash HANA data volume, how much it is using, and slash HANA log volume, how much it is using, and slash HANA shade, the trace volume, how much it is using. Everything will be displayed in the overview page here. In the overview page, all will be displayed here, right? Overview page, all will be displayed here. So by seeing this one overview, just by seeing this one, you will come to know where is the exact issue. All everything is green or something wrong here. So we can find out. So suppose if you see here, something wrong is going to be wrong here. It's not the wrong. If it is the just less space, so then definitely you may face the issues here. Just it's going to be wrong here. Why? Because I think space is little bit low, I think here. Voice level space is a little bit low, I think. If you use the df-h command, so yes, 96% only available here. So which means only 13 GB is only available here, right? So here 265 GB already occupied. Then remaining, so 30 GB. So it is the free space here. So less free space. That's the reason it's going to red status. So we need to clean up the some of the entries and everything here, that we can perform it later. But so main thing is the by seeing this one overview page, we can check it out the all the information. Then landscape tab here. In the landscape tab, you see the so all the process status here, all the processors are active or not active, right? Then how many? 7 processors are there here, right? Compile server, daemon, index server, p processor, web dispatcher, access engine here, right? So here, when was the last restart happened here? So what the process, which process is master in the tenant, which process is master in the system DB? Why? Because name server, preprocessor, web dispatcher, access engine, and so not the access engine. So daemon, compile server, all are in the system DB. Only index server, access engine will be in the tenant database. Each tenant we have the one index server, one access engine will be available along with the this 5 process, 2 plus 5. Total 7 process will be displayed in the display screen here. So here we can find out the current live CPU utilization, memory utilization, used memory in the statistics, and peak memory, physical memory, how much, all the information will be displayed in the graphical level. It will be displayed here in the landscape tab. By seeing this one, which process is consuming the most of the memory? Are there any CPU utilization or memory utilizations? Are there any process recently restarted? So is the database restarted? No. But which process is restarted? Only index server is restarted. Then the date will be changed here. The date will be the recent timestamp here. Other than this one, there is a recent timestamp here that will be displayed here. All right. So those things we can see it in the landscape tab. Right. Suppose if you see the System DB also similar tabs are available in the System DB also. Once the HANA installed by using the HDB LCM tools, so then we can see the information here as well. So from the HANA Studio, we can do the administration activities. Now see, it's a red status now. Now it's red status. So something is going to happen here. It's a red status here. See, almost it's going now.
Sir,
Yes.
though we have access engine and index server in the tenant database, still we are getting land in the landscape tab, all 7 services
Yes.
getting listed.
Yes. But
What
system,
could be the reason?
what to display screen it will be show. What will be the reason means again we have to go with and ask the developer who
Okay.
developed this SAP product. We have to ask them. Actually,
Okay.
it should not show, but
Actually, it is
confusing.
somewhat confusing in which
Yeah.
system we are exactly.
Yeah, it's confusing for them. Confusing for us only,
Uh,
but SAP designed like this only. All the process information will show here, including system DB, tenant DB process. It is showing here. If you go to the system DB is showing correctly. You can see system DB. We have the 5 process: compile server, daemon, name server, processor, web dispatcher. Right?
yes.
Only these
Yes.
5 process it is showing in the system DB. This is fine clearly, but tenant DB it should show only index server and so access engine only these two it show. Then we will come to know okay index server has only this 5 process. So
Yes.
2 process, but here it is confusing. Yeah, I also got the doubt, but they have designed like this. Then we cannot do anything here. But we can prove it. Oh, sorry, is it means by two compile servers, 2 daemons are running. Why? Because one is the here is also available, here also available.
PID is same.
Yeah, but here based upon the port number, based upon the process ID, we can find out both are same only. Okay, just only in the display screen, just it is displaying the like this only. If you see here compile server 2637, the compile server. You go to the tenant, so 286237, same. It's the
Same.
same process ID. So both are same, but somehow it's displaying in the display screen, it is displaying here. Maybe let me check whether we can adjust the display. Actually, we cannot adjust the display actually. View, viewer, alternative color, rows. What is that? We can physical ports, SQL ports, CPU. These all are there. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, but there is no way we cannot change that one. It's normal actually. Years of back onwards, we are seeing this one. So it's neither 1.0, 2.0. It's the same actually. HANA Studio, same configuration is coming. But reality in the system level, only each tenant we have the index server access engine is showing, but remaining 5 will be in the tenant databases here. So what is exactly each and every process will do here? What exactly each and every process will do here? So suppose if I talk about the index server, the first process is the index server here. So index server. So index server responsibility, index server is the main process for entire HANA system. It's the father of the database. If you talk about the HANA is a one brand new house. HANA is a one of the brand new house. HANA installation means system build means one brand new house. Then after the house build, family members will stay inside of the home, right? Same as like here also, one family will stay inside of the HANA also. What is that family? So father, mother, child, kids, something like that, right? Here also, so index server is the father of the database. Father of the database here. So what is the index server usage? What the index server does index server is the main process. So actual data, the actual data. So actual data resides inside of the index server here. Actual data resides inside of the index server here, inside of the index server here. So means actual data and data loads, calculations, so etc all will be in the index server. Sorry, everything is index server is taking care of that one. Then what is the use of the other So other process here, other process here, right? So other process will help to the index server to carry out their work, right? So here index server contains the inside of the index server, there are the some engines, OLTP, OLAP engines, some calculation engines. So some engines are there inside of the building. Those engines, those engines will using of that engines. So it will store the data. It will convert the your logic into the SQL format. Then it will give the results to the query. Right? Means index server is the main process here. All the calculations of the database, data loads, data residing inside of the database. So all this happening in the index server. In any case, index server is down or index server is not available, entire our application will goes down. Why? Because index server is the main process. Data is residing here. Then your data is database is down. Means index server is down. Your tenant is down. Index server down means your tenant is down. If the tenant is down, your application. Why? Because all the applications will connect to the database index server. Then your tenant is down. Means index server is down. Then what will happen? So applications will not connect to the databases. The application database is not available, application also will go down status. So that will happen. Why? Because SAP applications will depend upon the database. The depender down, then immediately the depender, that immediately the sub dependers also will go down status here, right? So that is the main thing of the index server. That's why we will call it as the father of the database is called the index server. So in our home, father also, you see, he is the main person in our home. So he knows like all the calculations, burdens, loads, each and everything. He will run family, right? So father of the database, more than that he will do, right? So that's why index server also more than that it will do. That's why father of the database is called the index server. So then what about the name server? Name server is the process which is available in the system database. Name server, it will holds the topology topology related info. This is kind of a child for so index server. Okay. So kid of the index server here, kid for index server. Okay. Holds the topology related information, which means so topology means what is the host name, what is the IP address, what is the port number, this kind of some logical landscape related information, it will hold it, it will keep it. Then it will help to, it will help to index server, it will help to the index server here, it will help to the index server, right? That type of information will do with the index name server here. So that is means suppose sometimes index server is required the host and port information. Then immediately the name server will provide that information to the index server. Suppose father is required some data. Immediately in your home there is a one more kid is there. That kid will give provide that type of information to the father, right? He is helping to the father. Same as like name server is help to the index server, right? That is the one. So then compile server. Compile server means compilation of programs, then stored procedures. So compilation of programs and stored procedures and will help to index server, index server to process the data. Right? Same name server also will help to the index server to process the data. This is also will help to the index server to process the data. So compilation of the program. So HANA database written in C++ language, right? Each and every page which you are opening here, it is the C++ language, right? The code they have written, developers written the C++ language. You are in the view, you are getting the this screen means because of the C++ language, the code it is compiling everything. Sometimes what happens inside of the HANA database means it's a collection of list of programs, structures and everything. So sometimes if any new programs during the upgrade that will be done, immediately the compile server will do the compilation of the stored procedures, and so stored procedures and all those things will be done by the here our so programs and stored procedures. It will compile it. Compilation means to get the spool results, it will be compiled. It will be compiled here. Suppose in our bike, example, bike or car, so engine oil is very important, right? To for the smoother run purpose, engine oil is very important. Suppose noise is coming, something get the mileage, so the engine oil is required. Why? Because inside of the that will be compiled. That will compile the your engines and everything. So for speed up purpose, same as like here, the compile server will compile the programs and stored procedures will help to the index server to store the data here. So preprocessor, what is the help of the preprocessor? Preprocessor processing the unstructured data, processing the unstructured processing the unstructured data will help to index server to store the help server to store the data, to store the data. Same will help to index server to store the data, store the data. Everything, every process will help to the index server. Every process will help to the index server here. Processing the unstructured data. Sometimes data will come to the database level without any structure, without any coding format. Even though our HANA databases will process that request. So will sometimes data, so normally structured format means, so if you see the do while bracket, close bracket, some if greater than, something like that, the structured format. So with the conditions, you will get the data. So database will convert it. Sometimes data will not come to the database level without any structure, some text data. So suppose like notepad data, text data is not in the structured format, right? It will be in the different format. That time, so this preprocessor will help to, preprocessor will convert that structured data into unstructured data into structure, will help the index server to store the data, will help index server to store the data, right? That is the one. So next one is the web dispatcher. What is the use of the web dispatcher here? Web means browser. So web dispatcher will take the browser based request. Okay, browser based request. Web dispatcher will take the browser based request, will will forward to the access engine in the tenant database here. Then access engine responsibility is, so process the web based request. Sometimes, so we may use the HANA for some web applications, access engine, we will use it. So that time web dispatcher will take the browser based request. So not all the people will log into the system with this one, right? Sometimes people will use the browser to log into the system and they will connect it to the databases, sometime like that. At that time, the web dispatcher will take care of the browser based request. So web dispatcher will take care of the request, take the browser request, and will hand over to the access engine. Access engine will do the validation of the web-based request, will process it, then will process it here. All the web-based request will process whatever he requested, everything will be processed by the access engine here. Right? Then the next one is the daemon process here. So daemon is the one special functionality. So here, so index server is the father of the database which we discussed. The mother of the database is called the daemon. Daemon is the mother of the database here, right? Sir, why we are calling the mother of the database? In our home, what the mother will do, right? Mother, suppose in any one of the family members are in sick status, right? Sick. Due to the some, but because these are the running process. Every time this process will keep on working, right? So in case of the process is sick, means error status on our database language. If any process out of these six process are in faulty status or error status, then are down, immediately daemon will start it, will go and will try to bring up to online status. So normally in our home, if we are sick, mother will give to us like some boost, some medicines. So to us to become active, right? So that purpose mother will take care of all those things here, right? So same as like here, daimon also, if any one of these process are down, right? So immediately daimon will go and will bring up that services to the online status here, right? So so then we can prove that one. Suppose like example, if you see here, I'm going to stop the web dispatcher here. So right click and stop it here. You stopped the web dispatcher, right? You stopped it web dispatcher. Now it go to the system cannot be defined file. So now if you wait for some time and just retry it here, again it will come to the starting mode here. Starting mode. Immediately the CPU utilization very high spikes. Now it's down. See, all are 248, 249 startup timings. This is the 956, which means which is the recent timestamp which you restarted the who started here. You stopped it. You stopped the process. Then it should be stopped, right? Then who started it? So here the daimon will bring up the seven that process. Brahman will bring up that process here. Daimon will bring up that process here. That will take care of by the daimon process here, right? That is the daimon will do. Where daimon will go and will try to bring up that process here, right? So that will be done by the your daimon. See, it is starting now, right? It is starting. Just to mouse over it here, it will be starting mode. We just click on the refresh. It is completely start. It will come to the starting mode here. It is restarting. So right, that will be done by the daimon process here. That will be done by the our daimon process. So daimon will play the major role in the database, right? Daimon will play the major role in the database here, right? So these are the each and every process they have own responsibility to carry out, right? That is the daimon, right? So that is the daimon. If you go to the alerts tab, alerts, alerts means errors in the database level, in SAP level, ST22, SM21, how in the database level alerts tab, if something is happen, something is going to happen, it will throw the error information to your queue here. Error information to your queue. Suppose like see, CPUs are running out of the consumption, right? Out of the error. See here, CPU utilization is running out of the more CPU and become to normal status here. So then medium priority alert got triggered, right? Then dispatcher has one restarted, right? Dispatcher was restarted. So we restarted. We restarted today. 956, 957, we restarted. So that information got also triggered. That information also got triggered here, dispatcher, right? So which means dispatcher, so will take care of the, so dispatcher, daimon will take care. So web dispatcher restarted. So that information also recorded here. So, and also the disk usage is more than 95%. See, that is information also recorded here. So very high priority alert generated, medium priority, low priority. Sir, I don't want to keep on checking here. I don't want to go daily, every day, every hour, every minute. I don't want to go ahead and check the so alerts here. I want as soon as alert generated, normally we will monitor our mailboxes. I want to everything should be come to the my mailboxes here. In that case, what is the procedure to check it out here, right? I want to receive. Then you can perform the alerts configuration. There is a configure button. Then go to here. Then provide the your SMTP mail server details here. SMTP server details here means every company there is a mailbox server. You can give the mailbox server details here. So sorry, sender email address. Sender email address means suppose like no reply yet. So mycompany.com. So my trainings.com, which means you will get the mail from the this sender email address from system. You are getting this means you are getting from the system, no reply. Something like that, you can wait at the different email address also. That's fine. So then recipients, who should be received? So our basis team, SAP basis team, then HANA team. So then add the recipients here, HANA, SAP HANA team, that company mycompany.com. So every team there is an email address, right? You can maintain all the details here. You can maintain the details, all the details you can add it. So you want to change the thresholds, anything. So physical memory threshold changes here. When you receive the high priority, low priority, medium priority alerts, we want to change the thresholds here. You can select it. You can select it here. Then you can select the thresholds. Just click on the OK button. Then, so now you configure the alerts. Now you configure the alerts here. Now what will happen? As soon as if any error got generated here, immediately whatever the recipient's email address you configured, that you will get the error, that you will get the error messages, right? That you will get the error messages in the system here. That is the recipient's email you will receive from SAP HANA system. So this way we can keep tracking the all the information, right? So alerts and everything here. That is the alerts configuration and everything. Right. Next one is the performance tab. Right. Performance tab. So, performance, shall I explain or will you guys practice?
Ravi,
Yes,
can
sir.
you click on the performance tab, alerts tab, and try to change out that
Trying to change thresholds.
thresholds?
Yeah, we can change it. Suppose I don't want to, suppose like disk usage 95, we are getting the disk usage 95, disk usage is 95, we are getting the medium priority. No, 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 not the 95. It should be, if the 90 crossed, I should receive the alerts. Then what we can do, we can go to the thresholds here. So disk usage 95. Then what we can do, the disk usage 90 crossed, then I should get the alert first of all. If the 85 crossed, I should get the low priority alerts. So it's a high priority means it should be 97 or 98. Then I should get the alerts, which means 85 crossed your disk usage 85% is crossed, then you will get the low priority. Then you have to act it. Then even though you have not acted, then you have the 90% result, you will get the medium priority alert ticket you received it. Even though you have not acted, then high priority 97. Immediately it's a very high priority. Then you have to act it at any cost here. Otherwise, system will go down here. That's the reason here. We can see it here. So CPU utilization also. So 25 CPU utilization, low 15, 10. I want to change the thresholds. Then change it here. I want to change the threshold. You can change it. We can change it. How you want to decide, you can decide. But these are the SAP standard one. SAP recommended threshold values here. But if you don't want to go for the SAP recommended, you can change it.
Thank you.
So if you want to restore default, you can restore default. It will become to the active status here, means whatever. So email functionalities, you can add the multiple alerts. So I don't want to receive all the alerts to the my email address. I want, so this one should go to the only me too, then only specific alert level. So what are the checks it will perform? These and all the checks it will perform. I don't want to receive all the alerts, only critical alerts, disk usage, memory, this usage should receive to the my email ID. Then you should get the ravi.gmail.com. You can copy it here. So only Ravi will receive the gmail.com's related only, then this person will get it. So like that also we can configure, means we can configure the entire, all the alerts you can configure it, or specific alert also you can configure your email address. Your email address you can configure it here. That will possible here. Okay. That is the thing. It is the alerts tab. Just information. Alerts means just it will give the prior information to us. Oh, CPU very red here. Now it's
Sir, one query from me. Like for this setting up of alerts, like do we need to change any parameters or automatically
no,
we
just
can?
here we have to change it. Go to the configure. You need to provide the details. Your receipt mail thing is, this is very important. Your company mailbox server, you have to provide it, mail server. then your team distribution list you have to provide to the here. That's it. Automatically it will start receiving the emails and everything.
Okay.
Sir, I got one error during installation. I have pasted that in chat.
Oh, what is that error? Let me open.